So is it visible, my PPT and everything? Can you please confirm over here if everything is visible? Okay, thanks, Amardeep. Where Umar Amre is fine. So I think now we are good to start, and let's go and start. Going to start the recording now. Fine. So let's go and start now. Hello everyone, very good morning and welcome to the ABAP on HANA Made Easy demo class. Before starting to this demo class, let's have the motivation. What motivates us to learn the ABAP on HANA concept, ABAP on HANA course, and then we will go and have the demo. So going to be this class round of 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes like that. Okay, so just for your information, please be here for at least 1 hour. I would like to start with my introduction. My name is Pankaj and I'm having 10 plus years of real-time working experience in different MNCs like Accenture, Sopra, Istria, Oloop, etc. And I have also done the implementation project to migration around two migration project I have done, and rollout one project and the support two projects. I have trained more than 500 students online or offline till now, and this list is actually rapidly growing. And also I'm a founder of ABAP Ritual Community, which I have started by helping the people in order to prepare their interview questions and answer in order to have their better career growth and to switch the company or project. Apart from all those things, I'm very much passionate about teaching and mentoring. I love it. I like it very much. It's my life. I have been following this passion when I was there in my 8th class. I used to teach the 7th class student. So I'm very much passionate. I'm here having the mission to help at least 1 lakh SAP professional to learn SAP backend technology, SAP technical skill to grow their career. The motivation over here is start with why we should learn ABAP on HANA. In detail, I have covered in ABAP on HANA masterclass. So if you have attended that masterclass, you must have understood the significance of ABAP on HANA in current era, right? If you talk about the career growth, we must be skillful. Only ABAP is not going to help. So the more you are going to have the skill, the more you have the career growth, and the more you are going to have your financial strongs. Okay. So in terms of improve your financials, we must have to work on our skill set and we have to develop our skill set. We all agree with this, right? If you agree with me, right here in the chat box, yes, agree. Okay. So if you like this concept, if you agree with me, you can write here in the chat box, yes, true. YT, you can write here. Fine. So now, what's the prerequisite of learning ABAP on HANA? You should having the basic understanding of ABAP so that when we will be talking about the new OpenSQL, new syntaxes, and some AMDP skills, right? AMDP related stuff where we are going to deal with class and methods. So you should be able to understand that part. However, this is not a mandatory part, but of course it's going to help you a lot if you have the basic understanding of ABAP. And second is really matters a lot. You must be willing to enhance your skill or willing to enhance your career. If you talk about the job opportunity in ABAP on HANA, there are several companies, who is looking for a person who is well skilled in ABAP on HANA. Only ABAP is not going to help nowadays. You must be good in ABAP, object-oriented ABAP, ALEIDOC, ABAP on HANA. And then again, there are so many new technologies like RESTful ABAP programming, cloud application programming model. All right. Then you have the front-end technology like SAP UI5, Fury. So there are so many, but at least because we are from ABAP background, at least we should be having the good concept about ABAP, object-oriented ABAP, ALE, IDOC, and ABAP on HANA. We should be also good in enhancement, right? We should be good in Adobe Form. So these are the basic fundamentals which is very important for an ABAPer to grow in their career. If you have the good skill set, you have the better career growth, you are going to get the respect in the organization, and your confidence is going to be high. Let's start our demo now. And uh, with the demo, when the class is going to be start, when the actual class is going to be start, you must require a ABAP on HANA server access. So for that, I will be giving you the detail of the server provider. You can directly contact and take. I will not be providing the server detail or free server, something like that. I won't be providing. You will have to contact to the server provider, or if you have in your company, if you have already server, then you can use that particular server. Okay. This course is for whom? Of course, for ABAPer and for the BW people who wants to enhance their knowledge for the embedded analytics and want to learn more about ABAP evolution for HANA. Then functional consultant also can attend if they want to understand how the ABAP on HANA is going to work. However, it is not mandatory for them. For techno-functional, again, it is going to be a mandatory course. If they want to enhance their skill, they can enhance. How the content and all is going to be, once I will deliver the content and all, then I will be going and giving you some, demo, some real-time stuff, how we are going to learn. Okay. So here we are having the content, right? So if you can see the content over here, which I have written, can you please confirm if you can see the content over here? Just write yes if you can see my content over here. Thanks, Amardeep. And now over here, introduction to SAP HANA information model and SQL scripting. We are going to start with introduction about SAP HANA. That means their architecture, how the SAP HANA architecture is. Then we will be learning about the information model. This comes under one of the code push down technique. However, this is not very popular, and now it's losing its popularity how it was gaining earlier, kind of getting obsolete nowadays. But still we are having the calculation view, which is very useful. And that, so the basics of information model we are going to learn in our class. Okay. One thing over here I would like to share, that before understanding this concept, you must be aware about the R3 architecture. So here, what is how the R3 architecture is. If you know about the R3 architecture, right? Here you have your client, that means where the SAP GUI is installed, and then you have the application server over here, and then of course you have the database server. So this is your database server, this is your application server, and this is your client, that means the end user which is using the application, or the developer which is developing the application. So SAP GUI, this is your application server, and this is what we have the database. Okay, so this database can be anything like Oracle, Informix, then uh, you can have Max and DB, DB2, DB6. There are many databases. Any of the database can be installed over here as a database. Okay. So this is the typical R3 architecture which we are having. Now, whatever the database at this point of time I have mentioned, it's a non-memory database. It's not the database which is installed in memory. It is installed at hard disk level. So this database is not so powerful in terms of processing, you know. So if you have to process the large amount of data, this Oracle, Informix, you know, uh, the Max, DB2, DB6, this is not going to give you the faster result. Okay, so then around in 2010-11, SAP came up with its own database called SAP HANA. Okay, SAP HANA, the HANA database. HANA database was the in-memory database, and it was installed in RAM, and because of that it was very fast. Okay, because of that it was very fast. Also, there were software advancement in this, like it supports the column storage, and also it supports the row storage. If you talk about the earlier database, it supports only the row storage format of storing the data. We will be learning in more detail about how the column storage is going to improve the performance when you have to perform the aggregation, right? Not always that is going to be beneficial, but most of the time when you have the large amount of data, particularly currency and quantity field, then the aggregation on the fly is going to be very easy. Okay, so because it supports the column storage and row storage, both the flexibility it provides. So based upon our requirement, you know, we can choose the storage type and we can take the advantage. Okay, now at the application server layer, it was the same. Okay, application server layer, it was the same NetWeaver application server, but here also SAP started optimizing, started coming with the new stuff. So you must be aware about the new syntax, new OpenSQL. Why this new OpenSQL or new, you know, new stuff? Okay, we'll be talking about that. Why that? Okay, so at this point of time, what you understood, the earlier database before 2010, right? Most of the databases were this. The client who were having the customer who were having the good amount of money, they were financially strong. They migrated themselves to HANA when they understood the power of HANA. Okay, and the application server were little optimized with respect to HANA database, but almost same. Okay, the table and everything were same over here. Okay, the first architecture, this is the first one. These particular things were known as, you know, the ECC. This is known as the ECC, ERP ECC. Okay, we tell this as a enterprise core component. When the HANA came as the database, this particular, you know, product from the SAP were known as, can you tell me what? Do you have any idea, anyone of here, what it was told, right? You can write here in the chat box if you know this one. Okay, these were known as, these were known as, very good Amardeep, business suite on HANA. These were known as business suite on HANA. Business suite on HANA. These were known as what? These were known as business suite on HANA. Okay, this were giving the significant performance. Then SAP realized, okay, then SAP realized that not having this HANA as a database is going to have very good performance. Okay, along with HANA database, if they optimize the application server, you know, if they optimize the application server, they can leverage more power from the HANA, more benefit from HANA. And that's where they started optimizing the application server layer. And this product was known as S4 HANA. And in this, several table like Mara, you know, Marcy, all the material related table, there are so many material related tables, all, you know, means in the whatever the tables are involved in the around 21 tables got converted into a single table called matdoc. Similarly, you know, similarly similarly in finance, there are table called bseg, you know, and many other table. All those got converted into the table called AC doka. Okay, similarly, there are many table merged together and put into a single table. Existing table were there in form of replacement object or CDS view, right? Just in order to, you know, not have the dump at the application server layer, because many program were using the table Mara, Marcy, all those table BSEG and all. It's not possible to completely remove the table, but instead of that, they have created the CDS view so that at least it will not go into dump. And also the logic has been optimized because, you know, the your database, your the base structure has been completely changed. So in order to leverage the power here, the logic has been optimized. This product were known as the S4 HANA. Okay, S4 HANA. Simplified for HANA. S means simplified for HANA. This particular application server have been simplified for HANA. Now, the thing is that here, if you see in the earlier architecture, if you see here in the earlier architecture, in this, what we were doing, if you are from a ABAP background, first we were fetching the data from this database into this application server layer, and then we were processing the data at application server layer using the control, you know, using different control statement like loop, at internal table into work area, then if this then that, right? So the business, what actually I'm trying to tell over here, the business logic, the business processing logic we used to write here at the application server layer, and just we are fetching the data into the database uh, from the database server, and we were trying to keep the things in the mind that we should not give the more pressure to the database, because database used to take huge time. For example, if you have the aggregate function, so aggregate function, if you remember, we are not supposed to use in the earlier version of database. If you are still there on the old database, you are not supposed to use the aggregate function like mean, max, average, count, sum, right? Such kind of aggregate functions we are not supposed to use, because this database are slow. So if you put the select query on this database using the OpenSQL is going to be supported by everywhere. Okay, here also the same, here also, here now. However, we are having now the advanced OpenSQL, new OpenSQL, right? Lot of functionality over there for the purpose of code push down. We'll understand. We are going to come over there in a minute. Okay. So here, first fetching the data from here. First, we were fetching the data from here, and then we were writing the logic at the application server in order to, suppose if you want to find the sum, if you want to find the average, we were doing over here using the you know control break statement like at new, at last, like that we were using over here. So at application server, it was very fast, because application server is very fast if you compare with the database server, if you have the database server like Oracle and all those things, right? Now also application server is very fast, now also application server is very fast. But when you have the database server, the business processing logic here also, or here also you can't do, because here you have the HANA DB, here also you have the HANA DB, and that your HANA DB is having lot of parallel processing capacity due to its hardware improvement and software improvement. So now, why not to, then why not to take the help of HANA DB and get maximum work done and get the optimized data over here at the application server? Why to get lot of data over here and then do the processing? However, now also your application server is fast. It is not like application server is slower than the HANA database here. No, that is not. Application server is now also very, very fast, right? But now your HANA DB is also very, very powerful. So the concept over here, why not to leverage the power of HANA and get the optimized result, get the optimal result which is required over here at the application server, so that you can reduce the load of network, right? You can reduce the load of network, right? And there is also possibility that because of its software and hardware advancement, this may give you better performance that application server. However, not always true, right? But there is a chance, right? We can test which is going to give the better performance. But as a thumb rule, nowadays, when your DB as a HANA is there, most of the processing logic you are supposed to write at the HANA DB. How to do that? How to do that? That is the question over here. That actually the things we are going to learn in this course. There are several techniques. There are several techniques how we can do the coding so that maximum logic can get executed at the HANA DB layer. Okay, maximum logic can get executed at the HANA DB layer. So in case of in your organization, business suite on HANA is there or S4 HANA is there, this course will be beneficial for you to become you as a pro developer, because your concept is going to be crystal clear with the help of this course. Here, whatever convention, whatever concept we were having, Some of the concept here also it will be applicable, like inside the loop, don't write the select query. Here also you don't have to write the select query inside the loop, okay? Because your network turnaround time is going to increase, right? Because if you put select query in loop, select is going to hit the database, again it is going to come back again because it is there in the loop, so again going to hit the database. That best practice here also we are going to follow. But apart from that, if you have to process something in the loop, why not to process those things here itself in the loop using the SQL script with the help of AMDP, right? So with the help of AMDP, we can consume the SQL script code at the application server layer, right? So overall summary of this particular discussion is that earlier we were having the approach, data to code paradigm, bottom up approach, bottom up. This is bottom, this is up, bottom up approach. Now we have the approach top down approach. This is top and this is down, right? So maximum logic we are trying to get execute at the database layer, right? So the different top down approach, that means, so this top down approach is also known as code to data paradigm or code push down technique, because the maximum code you are going to write it over here, right? Not here. So because maximum code you are going to write it over here, this is known as code push down technique, code push down technique. So what are the different code push down technique? Different code push down techniques. What are these? The very first technique and the recommended technique is the new open SQL. New open SQL. So why this new open SQL is as there as a popular code push down technique? Because we already know about the open SQL. Just we have to learn some extra stuff in the new open SQL, right? So how it can be helpful in order to achieve the code push down? See, the code push down is nothing but we are going to write the logic, for example case and when statement at the database layer, right? At the database layer we are going to write this particular logic. Then case and when means if it is going to work like if else, right? Then concatenate stuff also you can do over here. So concatenation can be performed at the database layer as well. Similarly, there are so many other things which you can do with the help of new open SQL, right? One of from that is also there the aggregate function. With the help of aggregate functions like mean, max, average, sum, count, with the help of this at the database layer you can perform so many stuff, right? Then similarly you have the inbuilt function floor, seal, right? So it's kind of a inbuilt function you have. So when in the new open SQL you are going to case and when statement, it is going to get executed at the database layer, right? And you are going to get the optimal result. You are going to get the most of the final kind of stuff from the database itself. You don't have to write a lot of logic at the database layer. So here, now if I can show you one example quickly. So just come over here and create one program. So I believe you all are able to see my SAP screen. If not, please let me know. If yes, also you can write here yes. So Z AOH. So I believe you are able to see. Yes, fine, thanks. AOH and 21 August demo. And then click on this create button. Sorry. Okay. AOH 21 August demo for code push down, and click on the save button, local object. And here, let's suppose your requirement was something like get the material records from Mara table, and wherever you have the material type, mat type, that means mtart. Okay, that means mtart equals to raw material. Then you have to print as a material type description, material type description you have to display as a raw material. Okay. Similarly, if you have the mtart equals to HALB, then you have to print the semi-finished, and if you have mtart equals to what? If you have mtarts equal to FERT, then you have to print the finished good. So like that you have to print. So if you are on non-HANA database, what your approach it is going to be? Your approach is going to be, if you are on the old DB, what's your way of development is going to be? You are going to select the data. Which data? Matner, of course, I'm going to get the Matner, and then mtart, right? From Mara into table, and the new OpenSQL inline declaration I'm going to use so that I don't have to create, more stuff, right? And just means I don't have to declare this internal table. So in this course, we are going to see about the new syntaxes also, like new, uh, inline declaration. There are so many new syntax, condition, switch, a value operator, right? Reduce operator, loop at group by message type. There are many. So select matner mtart from Mara into table at the rate of data IT Mara up to 20 rows, right? Assume you are on old database, right? Here you are going to loop at IT underscore Mara into data, again using the inline declaration, and end loop over here. And how you are going to write? If, okay, if we can also use the field symbol over here, assigning, right? It will be easy for us to do the coding, and that is also recommended also, right? Assigning the field symbol ifs underscore Mara, right? And if ifs underscore Mara hyphen control space, if the mtart is going to be what? If your mtart is raw material, okay, then what you have to do? Fs underscore Mara hyphen the description, right? So one description also we required one field. So let's let's use the power of new OpenSQL over here. Okay. We can define over here. Let's suppose so just I want to define a dummy value over here. So maybe we can go, or better, better let's define one internal table. That will be good actually, because here, we have to put the description. Okay. Fine. So that also we can do. Here also we can do. Let's go and do this. Description, I'm just going to, description as here put into the single quotes. All right. Put into the single quote and material description as mat description. Okay. So see here, I will first check and then I will let you know. Okay. So just check the syntax if it's working fine or not, or it is having some issue. Okay, fine. Let me comment this and check the syntax now. You can see that it's not giving any error. That means, see, I means when we are using the new OpenSQL, this is also one advantage, that again for the new field, I don't have to go and create the another extra fields, right? But again, it depends scenario to scenario. So currently one more field has been created automatically with the name called material description, and whatever the character type, how many, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, so char 15 data type of the field automatically declared. I have not go and again create the explicitly internal table. Hope you are getting what I'm trying to tell you over here. All right. So here what I'm going to do, uh, so check the syntax once and activate this one and put the breakpoint, and we will see how the data it's coming over here, right? Activate this, and run it. Go to IT_Mara, come over here, and you can see that the material description is coming like this by default, correct? It is coming like this. Fine. My requirement is wherever the material type is what? Wherever the material type is ROH, I have to display the raw material. Wherever the material type is HLB, I have to display the semi-finished. Wherever the material type is FERT, I have to display finished. Let's come over here and do that. So here, give the material description equals to, you can declare this as a constant, which is the best practice. Here, simply I'm going to give it. This is just a demo, not following all the best practices. Now, again, come over here. Else if copy this, and if it is over here FERT, then what we are going to display the finished, right? Give the finished over here. And now if you have the HALB over here, HALB, then we are going to display the semi-finished, right? Copy this and put it over here as a semi-finished, right? So else if, and it looks good. Already we are having the field symbol, so nothing to worry. Automatically it will be what? This internal table will be prepared, right? And in case of other thing, I don't want to display this material description, right? You want to put blank. Let's suppose if you want to put blank. So what you can do, that clear this material description. Full stop, check the syntax, Control F3, execute this, and now we will see the CL demo output. Very nice utility class. No need of writing extra code in order to display the data. So you can use this for the purpose of displaying the data. Activate this and run this, and let us see how it's going to display the data. Press F8, and here this is what we were trying, and you got right. For JDRAM, blank is coming, FAT finished. For raw material, right? For HALB, there is no HALB, so nothing is coming over here. And this is how you got to achieve your requirement. But this is not a code push down, because your database is not what the HANA database. Suppose if you have the HANA database, right? Suppose if you have the HANA database, you can go to status by going into the system, go to the system, click on the status, and here you check if it is HDB or not. If it is HD, you are free to do the code push down, right? However, earlier approach also it supports, and the new approach which you want, right? What you can do that here itself, copy this. Here itself, you don't have to write that much coding also with the help of code push down. What you have to do here itself, you can use the case and when statement. What you can use? You can use the case and when statements. So here you write case. See, this is the power of new OpenSQL case, MTART, and when it's a raw material, ROH, then what you have to print? You have to print the raw material, right? You print over here the raw material, and again, when you have the HALB, right? When you have the HALB, then you print the semi-finished, right? And now when you have what is the last? FEIT, correct? So put the FEIT over here, and then this is the finished, right? This is the finished one. And at last you use the new OpenSQL syntax and as material description, right? That's it. This much only you have to write, and now your work is done. This is the power of new OpenSQL, less coding, and also this code is going to work at the database layer, right? Database abstraction interface is going to convert your query into the corresponding SQL script, right? And that code is going to run at the database layer, and the database layer, because you have the HANA database, you can expect the better performance, you can expect the optimum performance, and you are getting the final result into this IT_Mara, right? Check the syntax over here. There is no issue. Activate this one and activate this one, right? Now press F8, and we will see how the data is coming, and again you are getting the same data, right? So you don't have to write lot of logic, lot of things. If you have the new OpenSQL also, you are going to get the better performance, right? Because you are doing the code push down, and you have the HANA database, which is so powerful. So are you all, are we with me over here? Like, are you able to understand the concept which I am discussing over here? Did you understand this first code push down technique with the help of this example? First code push down technique. If you understood it properly, if it is clear for you, write it C over here in the chat box. If you are with me and if you understood this concept, just write either C or yes in the chat box. Please write over here so that I can understand I am with you and you are with me. So thanks for the confirmation. Amresh, uh, Amardeep, both yes and C. Thanks. Yeah, fine. So you understood over here, and now you know, let's go to the syllabus and see, you know. So, so in this course, actually, we are going to discuss about the various code push down approach. So one was the new OpenSQL. You have just seen a demo how we are going to do. Similarly, you have, there are many actually, you know, you can see that case and when statement, the one which we have used. Similarly, we are going to use the concatenate statement, right? Subquery we are going to use. Select on internal table you can use. This is a new OpenSQL. This is a kind of new syntax, right? Aggregate function with having clause, different expression, select with suffix, use of expression in new OpenSQL, uni and cross join, client handling, open cursor. There are, apart from this is just a limited one actually, you know. Apart from that also you will be having the new syntaxes, right? 7.40, 7.50, 7.51, 7.52, and now 7.55 related syntaxes also I will be including over there. Here the inline declaration, value operator, for then until, while let expression, new expression, switch condition, base operator, corresponding table expression, value operator, right? All those things, the table expression. If you have to find the value directly from the table, you have the table expression, right? Reference, reduce operator, conversion exit. What's the short form of the conversion exit? Directly using the alpha we can, you know, uh, have the conversion exit for the alpha. Like if you have to remove the 0 from input string, right? That kind of stuff. Filter operator, loop at group by, right? Loop at group by, reference to with size, index and member access. Loop with group by, size and index. Then, you know, introduction to EPM model. This is going to be our base in throughout the session in order to have the performance, right? Means we are going to check with the various code push down approach how we are going to achieve significantly the code push down, you know, and how it's going to improve the uh, performance. Consumption of SAP HANA object in ABAP, view proxy, procedure proxy, right? So when you are having the information model, how you can consume from the ABAP layer, that's the way. View proxy. What's the procedure proxy? When you are going to create the stored procedure using the SQL script, how you can consume that stored procedure at the ABAP layer. Procedure proxy is the way, but now we have the better way, AMDP. This is the recommended. AMDP is the recommended. Still I have included this procedure proxy so that, you know, if some existing development is there, you should be able to know, okay, this is a procedure proxy, how to handle, right? So you will be having some idea. Transporting of dependent object, HANA transport container. This is for the information a model, how you can transport. So this is the concept where comes into the picture. New tooling update, like, you know, SQL monitor. So again, this is very important, SQL monitor. When you have the HANA database, right, or any kind of database, it's not related with HANA actually, you know. And if you have to trace the performance in the production system, the SQL monitor comes into picture, okay, because it takes that trace asynchronously. Your production system is not going to get down. Otherwise, if you have the ST12, ST05, right, and other SE30, right, and other tracing transaction where it is not allowed to directly use in production. You have to get several authorization, maybe in the weekend when your server is down at that point of time, when the less business is there, you know, at that point of time you can perform those transaction. But in this SQLM, that is not the case. So we'll be discussing in very much detail about the SQLM code inspector variants, the static check with the SQL performance, right? Then different, like, you know, the code to data paradigm. Just we have discussed the information model, attribute, analytical and calculation view, right? View proxy, ABAP database connectivity. This is again a way to consume your native SQL, right? This is the object-oriented way of consuming your native SQL. ADBC, ABAP database connectivity, very powerful concept, right? SQL script programming, These all things we are going to discuss in very much detail. You are going to be a pro programmer in the SQL script. Control statement, data fetching, table type, scalar type, and user defined stored procedure, user defined function, DB cursor, UDF, array, and nest function, internal table operations. Very important. Internal table operations, how in the SQL script the table operations you are going to perform, for loop, while loop, and database operations, of course, right? Procedure, different types of procedure, anonymous procedure and stored procedure. The procedure proxy, ABAP managed database procedure, right? AMDP, core data services. Again, this is the most important topic of the complete session. Core data services, everywhere this is getting used nowadays, whether it is a RESTful app programming, whether it is a BI or BW, whether it is a Fury app, right? Whatever you can think of nowadays, or where it is a cloud application programming, everywhere this core data services is going to get used. We are going to discuss in very much detail about this core data services: CDS introduction, associations, view on view, basic interface, composite consumption, what is transient provider. This is a VDM concept for the BIBW folks. CDS annotations, right? These are the different annotations. Annotations is the heart of the CDS. Annotations is the annotations is the pillar of the CDS. CDS is nothing but the game of annotations. A very powerful concept, the annotations concept. Association, annotations, and path expression. These are the fundamental pillars of the CDS. With the help of a single annotation at the rate of odata.publish colon true, you will be able to create the odata service. See how powerful the annotation is, right? If the time permits, I will take one example and I will show you. Okay. CDS view table function, again, this is with NetWeaver 7.50. This concept has come into picture, and with the help of CDS view, directly you can have complex logic at the database layer. However, you can't have the so many export parameter, only one returning parameter you can have. But still, this is very powerful concept, because you can write the business logic along with the CDS. So CDS is actually two types. One is the CDS view and another is the CDS table function. Now you have also the CDS entity. We'll be discussing about what is CDS entity, where you don't require the SQL view name. Okay, so if you know little bit about the CDS, right, you must be knowing that when we create the CDS, let me go and quickly create one CDS. Okay, so go to the ABAP perspective. So all this development, the AMDP, the CDS, the SQL script, for that purpose, either you require HANA Studio or ADT on Eclipse. Okay, so this is what I'm having, the HANA Studio. You can also have ADT installed on top of Eclipse. This is the rented server. And now go to this new, and here click on this other, and here you can source the core data services. So here select this data definition and now give some local package z AOH demo 21 August. Click on this next and click on this next. Here you will get the different templates. Suppose if you want to use the join, if you want to use the association, if you want to use the view with parameters, I'm just going to use the simple one with the join. And the template will be automatically created. So here actually this particular annotation is the mandatory annotation. Now there is a concept called in S4 2020 CDS entity. In that you don't require to give the SQL view name. Okay, in that you don't have to give. This is a simple CDS view. Here you must have to give the SQL view name. So for example, here you can give the Z AOH demo 21 August. Okay, you must have to give here the name of the CDS view as select from. Let's suppose I want to select the data from EKPO table, and let's have from the EKKO to EKPO. So here you can see that it is like OpenSQL. Okay, so if you are good in OpenSQL, it's very easy to learn the CDS actually. Here I'm just giving the alias. However, it's not required to give the alias as EP on EK. Here you can give the element on which EBELN, and here you can give the EP, the field name here EBELN, and now select some field maybe. So by default, here let me do one thing. Fine, let's select some fields over here. So from EKKO as a, so EK dot, here just going to select some field, maybe EBELN, then EK dot some another field AEDAT. So two field from here, and from EP some another field, right? So like that I have selected. Here also you can give the alias as PO purchase order, here the creation date, and here I don't know this field description actually, simply I'm going to give this one. Control S, just save it, check this one, and here it's giving some error. Let's see what's the issue over here. The SQL view name and DDL view name cannot be identical. Okay, it cannot be identical, that is true. That's why it is giving me the issue. Control S now, and now this error should be gone. Control S, check the syntax now. Still this error is there. Let's see what's the issue. The SQL view name and cannot be identical. So at this point of time, also this is showing the error because the memory has not been refreshed, and now you can see that it has gone. Now it has gone because now their memory is refreshed, and now they are able to understand, okay, both are different. Check the syntax now, activate this one, and here you will see that here you will see that it will be activated. It is in italic. You can see that it is showing in italic. That means it's getting activated. Once it is completely activated, it will come in the normal format. Okay, it will come in the vertical format. Here you can see it's in italic. That means still the activation is taking place. Still the activation is taking place, taking time, taking time, right? Let's wait for some time, and after some time it will get activated. Okay, it will take some time, but it will get, and you can see that activation is now successful and it has turned into vertical, right? Now press F8, and here it's fetching the data, right? So it's just fetching the data, it's fetching the data, and it will show you over here the data. And here you can see that PO creation date, there is no data in BDNR, so Sorry, I was on mute and connection was having some problem. So now can you please confirm if you can hear me properly, and again if you can see my screen over here. So please confirm. Just need your confirmation if you can hear me properly. Thanks for the confirmation, and let's go and start once again. Okay, so here you can see again it's giving some error. See here, default authorization while you are missing for this, that's fine. This is a marker, this is a kind of warning, this is not the but here you can see the wrong DPC class. It has not successfully created. Some problem was there, due to that it is not created. Let me try once again, and it will successfully created actually a OData service. It will successfully create a OData service, and that OData service can be used directly at the front end layer. And now that error is gone, and you can see that your service is now there at the back end. Just what you have to do here, you put the cursor and it will guide you. See, it's telling there is no primary key, right? That is true. Here you must have to define one primary key in order to, uh, following the best practices. So give a primary key, at least single primary key, right? So what's the issue now? The table name key ek unknown. No, it's just a memory issue. Just wait for some and it will go. Now you can see that, save it. And once again, just save and activate this. Once you again activate, your service will be refreshed and there will be a primary key, right? And your service will be created with the name CDS underscore CDS. With what name your service is going to get created? With the name of your CDS. With the name of your CDS. I'm not able to copy. Let me copy once again. Right click, copy this. Just a second. I'm facing some issue over here. Yeah, now it's fine. So this and underscore CDS, this is the name of your OData service which is going to be there. It might be a little difficult at this point of time, but during the course I will give you a basic idea about how the OData is there and how it's going to work. But those, if you know already about the OData, what you will have to do, simply you have to go and register the service over here, and 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 your service is ready to use. And the data which you are able to see over here, this data you can, this data you can use at UI5 or Fury layer. It's very easy, very easy, very easy. So come to this, come over here, add service, and select your service name over here. Select the alias, system alias selection is important, and then click on this get service, and here your service is coming, right? Just you register this service, done and done, done, done. Your registration work is done, right? Your registration work is done. Your registration work is now done. You can see that your service was created and its metadata was loaded successfully. Click on this OK button, and now your service is successfully created. You can just go and check it over here. Click on this OK button and see here it is in green status. That means you will be able to use your service, right? And the same thing, you can directly use at where you can create one small application directly using this service using the CDS. So see how easy actually creating the UI5 application with the help of CDS, and that's the reason how it is so powerful, how the CDS concept and why CDS is getting so much popularity. CDS stands for core data services. For all the data services, it is going to lie at the core. at the center it's going to lie. I will quickly create one project also over here, one web application, and I will show you. So project from template, just select. So you will be having a template over here. Click on this next button and just give some project name. Let's suppose not necessarily to be started with Z, AOS 21 August, demo, title, demo, give some namespace, giving namespace, and select the system so that this particular server, this particular web IDE, right, gets connected with your backend server so that it will fetch the data. Give your service name over here, select that, click on this next button, select everything, click on this next. OData annotation is coming over here, nice, and go to the next, and your application is ready. See, your application is ready. Now click on this button, select this sandbox, click on this OK, and here you will be able to see it's displaying your purchase order and the creation date. Okay, so just select these tiles, give the user ID and password. So user ID and password, I'm just giving it over here. And click on this OK button. And here click on this go, and some error is there. Go to this, select the field which you want to see, right? And then click on this OK button, click on this go, and you can see that the created on and the purchasing document is coming over here. So how easy this one to create a Fury application, right? Right, so easy, so easy. That's why the CDS is so powerful, right? So we'll be discussing about the CDS in very much detail. Also we will be discussing about CDS and BOPF integration. This BOPF is going to be the future along with CDS. It is going to be sahacharini. In Hindi we tell, if something is going to be together, that's the sahacharini, sahachari, sahacharini. It's going to be together with the CDS, because BOPF helps you to create the transactional app. Transactional app means it's going to support you the CRUD operation, create, read, update, and delete. With the help of CDS, you can do create, read, update, and delete also, right? Read is already we know, read is by default. Create also, you can create the record also, you can update the record, you can delete the record through the BOPF concept, very powerful concept, right? In the OData service and all these things, we'll be also discussing about very important concept in the HANA replacement object. This many times create a lot of problem, but if you understand this concept, it's going to help you. IDA, integrated data access in for all entries, right? Fast data access. FDA concept also we are going to discuss, right? Some of the new syntaxes complementary videos I will be sharing with you. If I don't get, so we are having so many new syntaxes. So maybe some of the new syntax concept I will not be able to take. For example, maybe this mesh and forward association, backward association, ELV on HANA, because already whatever the things we have discovered, it's going to be more than 45 plus of hours, around 50 hours kind of stuff. So if it's going to cross that, some of the concept like ALV, IDA, HANA search or text search, some of the new syntaxes I will be sharing with you in form of a recorded video, not in the live class, because the live class itself is going to be so huge, it will not be able, we both will not be in the situation where, again covering some extra topics. So the extra topics I will be sharing in format of our videos. So with this, let's go, and I'm having some offer for you. If we're going to register today, or before tomorrow, so today evening class also you can attend without any issue for free, but before tomorrow, you know if we are going to register this one, or if we're going to take this course, actually I am giving you the offer. If you are from fresher, if you are a fresher, my SAP ABAP course, it's a wonderful course. 135 hours of contents are there. Everything from scratch to advanced, it is covered. Okay. And my one of the most popular course, ALE idocs, both itself is going to be cost of 14.5K. I'm going to give you this for free. Okay. Again, if you are a fresher, you can take my object oriented programming course. This is for free for you. Okay. And along with this, also, if you are going to come into my community, I'm going to help you to prepare for the interview questions and answer along with several students, where mock interview is going to be there, in a week, once in a week. Okay. That planning and all, I will be soon sharing with you. And you can join that one, and you can prepare for the interview questions and answer for your better career growth and for your job switch if you are looking. Class is going to be start from today at 7:30 sharp. If you are interested, you can join. You can pay now also, and you can register in the class. No need of waiting till tomorrow. But still, if you want to have a look in the first class how it is going to be, you are most welcome. You can come over there in the class, you can join the class, you can attend the class, and then you can do the payment and register. This course, this offer course, I'm going to give you once the complete payment is received, and you are supposed to do the complete payment in one go. If you have any problem, please let me know. Otherwise, in one go, in the one installment, the payment is expected. Fine. So course fee is going to be 14K, 14K, the course fee. Let me write it over here. The complete course fee is going to be 14K. So it's also there written in the syllabus. Here at the top I have written, and this is 14K, and this bonus is till tomorrow only. If you're going to register before tomorrow, or if you're going to register today, you are going to get later. You don't expect, or even in the next batch also, because this I keep on changing based upon the various requirement and on the student demand. Or there is also possibility that I will not be giving you the bonuses, only the courses will be there. But currently, because I'm going into some offer mode, I want to have my popularity so that maximum people can reach to me. So these offers and all I am releasing, these courses are awesome. You can just go and have a look on YouTube also, in order to know more about me, how I teach, and how the depth the concept is covered. Okay. So with this, I am done. If you have any question, please feel free to ask over here, and I will be happy to give the answer. So just going to unmute you. So now your line is open. You can unmute yourself, and if you have any question, you are most welcome.
Hi Pankaj, this is
Yeah,
Amresh.
yeah, Ambrish. Yeah,
How are you?
yeah, I'm fine, fine. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
So
please.
actually,
Mm,
I want to know that means
mhm.
for this course, means duration of this course, and
Okay. Mhm.
yeah,
So
and the
duration, yeah, duration, Ambrish, actually it is going to be around between 45 to 50 hours. You can expect around 50 hours.
and it will be for weekly and
It will be on weekend. On
weekend,
weekend, Saturday and
Saturday.
Sunday, for 2 hours. It can go little more also, from 2 hours to 2 hour 15 minutes, and sometimes it can go up to 2 hours 30 minutes also.
Okay,
So
okay.
please be flexible. If you are registering, 2 hours is going to be like, this is 7:30 to 9:30. This is the course duration, but it can go something like
And
sometimes.
and what about server access that
Server
I have
access.
to purchase separately?
Yeah, server access, I will be giving you the reference of a person from Hyderabad, you know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that servers you can avail from him. So this is quite good server. You can just go and very in the very cheap price, very affordable price. So for
Like may we know the price?
yeah, so for 3 months, somewhere around 2,500, you will have to pay
And this is
20.
for S4 HANA,
Yes, yes.
latest
For
one.
yeah, yes, S4 HANA 1809, the same server which I'm using, you know,
Okay.
1809. S4 2020 is not there. We need to check with them. You can just check with them that if he is providing S4 2020, this is the latest one, S4 2020.
Thanks a lot. That was
Yeah,
my
no
query.
problem. Welcome. Anyone else is having any query or question?
Hi, Pankaj, Amardeep this side.
Yeah, please, Amardeep.
Yeah, actually, for this server, I
Mm-hmm,
have already tried for many servers. Multiple
mm-hmm,
times, what they are doing, they
mm-hmm,
are just taking the money and they are not taking the responsibility. It is not working. So it is
mm.
not that kind of server, right?
No, 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 no. Because I'm
It
using,
is.
that's why, I'm sure that means, his service I'm using actually. And if you face any issue, he helps. I've seen that he is helping. Actually, in the server, actually there are so many things. So many. See, if we're going to take the 3,000 per month, per month, there are some server which is for 3,000 per month. You know, their service is good actually for 3,000, but this is costly, very much costly, 3,000, right?
Yeah, I have
Here
also taken for 2,500,
per month,
1,500.
per
Yeah,
month.
no,
Huh.
for 2 months, I think.
Okay. Their service was also would have been like
Very,
okay,
yes,
okay, okay, okay,
and
right,
very bad actually,
right,
because
right,
few
right.
of the
Hmm.
times if I will open
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
HANA database in
Hmm.
the HANA studio, it is
Hmm.
not getting opened. So
Understood.
from
Yes,
background,
yes.
that server is not getting connected.
Yeah, I can understand your point. So see, this server is average. I cannot tell that it's very excellent, right? But it is not going to disappoint you. Like the price in which he is offering and the things which I'm able to see over here, because I have been using this server. It's okay, not excellent, not bad, it's okay. We can
Okay.
work with the server. Yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay.
yeah.
And the thing is that if we'll pay now, then the slide number 15 and 16 will be
uh,
free.
okay, slide number 15 and 16. Yeah, this is going to be, I'm going to give you the free if you are going to register today or before tomorrow, before tomorrow's session. And today is the first class. Today is the first class. If you are willing to join the complete class, start from today evening 7:30. Okay. Evening 7:30, I will be sharing the today's link of the Zoom is going to be the same link. Remember, guys, if you are willing to register and want to start the class, even if you don't want to start the class and you want to attend the first class for free, you can attend through the same Zoom link which I have already shared and through which you are already joined over here. So same link it is going to be evening 7:30. Okay. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, so this is the offer. Actually, if you are there are two offer. One offer is for the fresher people. If you are from fresher background, SAP ABAP and ALE IDOC, I will be giving. And for the experienced people, object oriented, I will be giving for free this particular course. Okay, so either you can choose this one, ABAP, or you can choose this object oriented. Any one of this offer you are supposed to choose.
Okay, so in the object-oriented concept, event and all, everything will be
Everything,
covered.
this course is very, this course is actually 10K. I have kept it. It's very less. If you just see the content and all for the object oriented course which I am having, 19 design patterns in very much detail with the example I have covered.
Yeah, I
19
have
design
already
patterns.
seen your few of the videos from
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, so from the design pattern, only the singleton I have put on the YouTube, but here
Yeah,
19 design patterns, all the important design patterns, whatever, you know, the popular design patterns are there. I have covered all those things along with all the basic object oriented stuff, basic to advanced object oriented stuff. So based upon your requirement, go through this object oriented concept, because all the 19 might not be useful for you, but it all depends what kind of developer you want to be and what kind of knowledge you want to gain. But still the concept, this content is around 65 hours of content for this object oriented. And in this, the first 30 hours you must have to go in order to become a better object oriented programmer. The first 30 hours, that means the first 15 video I would recommend, please go if you are taking this course. Either you take through as an offer, or if you have taken individually also, go through this way. Okay, any other question from anyone over here?
So if any doubt within this also, you'll clear, right?
Yes, if you have any doubt, any question, you can ask in the community, about ritual community. There are so many my students over there who helps to each other. They will be helping. If they are not going to help you, I'm here to help you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Last question. The
Yeah.
payment means link is there.
The payment link I will be just sharing in the WhatsApp group. Whoever is willing to do the payment, you can do the payment. And once the full payment is going to get received, I will be giving you as soon as possible the access of this bonus courses. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Anyone else over here? Any query, anything, any question? You are most welcome. Fine then. Thank you for attending this demo session, and let's meet in evening at 7:30. Bye bye.